Tokyo Love Hotels podcast.
Hey!
Okay. Welcome to Tokyo Love Hotels podcast,
Yes.
volume 11. We're back in town. Honestly, it's the same day, but we just did a gorgeous little clothing change. We're Tokyo Love Hotels. We are an organization that promotes local artists and brands and helps them kind of spread the word and make connections. And it's a local event we hold in Tokyo every month. And at our podcast, we discuss that, among other things, while interviewing people that we have with us, like artists, painters, singers, DJs.
Cooks.
Cooks. And
What?
that's it?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. So today we have yet another very special guest, a DJ,
You could see
a performer.
him shaking his dreads from afar. Rocking.
Shall we just
Yes.
get him
let's
in
go.
there? Say no.
Nayo! Oliver sound system.
Oliver sound system.
Dance, good dance, good dance, good dance, good dance,
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me.
Hey,
What's
let's
up?
do this.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm well. Yeah, I love the setup. I don't think I can say it enough. Like, I really like the vibes in here. and
Like
everything.
this
Thank you.
boss.
Yeah.
face.
Handmade by children. These flowers handpicked this morning.
Yeah?
Not plastic.
Oh, okay.
Or,
Yeah, I don't want to say anything. But,
would you like a drink?
I would love to have a drink.
Do it. So you're getting a Prosty cup.
Yes. And just for everyone who's watching at home, it's going to be a non-alcoholic beer because,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Are you having like is that like a life choice or a?
Yeah. Recently, I decided to go back to sobriety. So in 2018, I started getting really naughty headaches from drinking a lot. And I decided that I think I wanted to embark on sobriety. Or actually, I didn't decide. My doctor told me to do that. So, yeah. So I had to take medicine for like a month or so. And the headaches went away. But then I kind of felt like a year later, after I got married specifically, I was like, oh, it's kind of unfair to my wife that her husband can't have like a glass of wine every now and then.
Right.
So I was like, let me do a glass of wine every now and then, or a glass of beer every now and then. And then I realized that not only does my body not like alcohol, I'm an alcoholic. And so like it spiraled out of control. Yeah, like just like a couple of days back, I was like, all right, you know what? One, I get headaches. Two, I can't like control how much I drank. So you know what? I no longer have that privilege.
Well, cheers to that.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I
I
appreciate
didn't know
it.
you were married.
I am married.
You guys
Yeah.
are married?
Yeah. The person that I DJ with is my wife.
Yes.
So, entrance lady Tomomi told me this.
What?
She was like, "Who do you have on the podcast tonight?" And I was like, "Nayo."
Nayokenza.
And he's like, "Oh, that's the one with his wife." And they were like holding a pop up, and I was like, "They didn't hold a pop up, but they did DJ."
Yeah.
She was like, "No, it's his wife." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. Totally makes sense.
Yeah, I think maybe she was referencing the kids pop-up we used to do. We used to have a company called Kids in Motion, and we would do like basically like raves for kids. So we would hire dancers.
Is that what she knows?
That might be it. Or like sometimes like, when we're not DJing with you guys, sometimes you might DJ with other people. We used to have an event at B Cafe, like a monthly event. Like,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
Lena would
really?
DJ with us.
Yeah.
And Saki would also DJ with us.
Yeah.
So
Oh, lovely. That's why maybe.
that might be it. Yeah.
Wait, baby raves?
Oh, well,
Let's
okay.
get into this.
Let's say not babies, but toddler raves. So from the age of like 3, from like 3 to like maybe like 10, when they start getting too cool.
Yeah.
That's when we cut it off. And then we were gonna have like one for like teenagers and stuff, but that's a whole another set of liabilities that we'd want to get into.
True.
Yeah, we would rent out a dance studio in like Roppongi Hills, and then have kids and the parents come and we just like let them go for like 2 hours basically.
That's
Yeah.
so
In fact,
dope.
Lena, because I know you had on the podcast, used to be like the official photographer for us. So she would come
Really?
through and take pictures of like kids
really?
and us dancing around.
Lena?
Yeah,
Oh,
Lena.
really?
Yeah,
Lena Leolic?
yeah Lena
Lena
Leolic.
Leolic.
Yeah, the one and only.
Shall we do a little
So
cheers to that?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Gotta get the mug. Hey.
Yeah.
Which should I do it in all the cameras? Which
No,
camera?
it'll focus on you if you start. Yeah.
All right. Always a good time.
Yeah. Always a good Love it. So,
Cool.
you've DJed with us
Yes.
twice now, 3 times.
I think it's been thrice or 4 times.
Maybe.
4 even.
Yeah, because I think we did twice last year, and then I think
Yeah.
we did the New Year's event.
True.
And we did once last year, the New Year's event, and then I think we did twice this year or once this year. I can't recall, but it's either been 3 or 4 times.
Right.
The vibe is amazing every time.
Yes,
It's
yes.
so lit.
Thank you, thank you.
Good.
Like you're having as much fun as the audience is, which really shows.
I know.
How did you get in touch with Levels? How did Levels get in touch with you in the beginning?
Actually, I want to go back to this because I'm pretty sure you and I have known each other for like a
Yes.
decade now, right?
Probably longer than anybody.
Yeah, you and I we went to TJ
Temple,
together.
yeah.
Yeah, so back in the day.
So
when I saw you doing these events and stuff, I was like, yo, hell yeah, like that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I liked, how you guys are working with like local artists
Yeah.
and painters and all that type of stuff. And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, like that's the kind of vibe like I would like to be a part of.
Yeah.
As well, like just if I can do anything,
Right.
because like. I do music as well, but that's like really like shouty, screamy, new metal stuff. So I was like, none of that. But I can also DJ.
Right.
So, and my wife had started DJing with me at the time too. So I kind of wanted to do like a trial by fire for her into like the scene. So I was like, this would be good for us to both do this together. So I reached out to you last year.
Down there, yeah.
Yeah, and you were kind enough to let us DJ. So thank you for that.
Of course. We would see each other often, like randomly on the streets and stuff. So yeah.
So I saw you strolling down the hallways of TUJ back in the day.
You went to TUJ as well?
Several occasions. Yeah, several occasions.
Dude, I was super drunk back then. So
but you had a little clique. You had like a little squad thing going on.
Yeah, I had kind of a clique. Like
Who?
it depends on which era. Because I went to TUJ over the course of 4 years, but in 2 different eras. It's like the first era was like 08 to 09,
That's
showing my age.
my time, right?
Yeah.
And then second time.
And I
So
came
second,
back,
second
12,
era here, yeah.
13 and 14.
Yeah, around then, I think.
Oh, so that was my boy Alex and I. So my boy Alex, like one of my best mates, he actually moved back to New York. But we went to high school and stuff together, all that stuff. So it was basically like him and I, and then like the girls that liked him, and then me like trying to make up excuses for why he wasn't texting them back. I was like, well, he's just busy with work and stuff. Alex, if you're watching, my bad, putting you on blast like that. But that was basically it. Like, so I was like his little secretary. Like,
That's why you were running back and forth the hallways.
yeah.
Okay, I get it.
Other than that, actually, I was drinking heavy when I was going to TJ the second time.
Dude, what is there to do other than
Yeah,
drink
dude.
those days? It's so boring over there.
Yeah,
What were you
Especially the
majoring
old
in?
campus.
I majored in communications. What about you?
Art.
Yeah, so we were in the same campus, and like the first time I went, I wasn't drinking that heavy, but like the second time I went, I was boozing hard. So like I was probably running off to like booze or something on property.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, it was that level.
Yeah, like if I had a little sweet or whatever, it's probably like genuine orange juice in
Oh my
it.
god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Like
Why did I
proper.
do that?
Yeah, don't do it, dude. I almost
you
got
doing?
suspended.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
someone apparently like so I wasn't drinking at this point. Like, I was smart about it. I never had any paraphernalia on me. I just like had it like like in a sweet or whatever.
Yeah.
But I used to party like the little prayer room that they had.
Right.
Because like I'm like a super militant
Yeah.
atheist. So I was like, what do you mean there's a prayer room? Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna use that room. So, but I put some people onto it. And like you can't put a lot of people on to like doing stuff because not everyone is sneaky.
Right.
So somebody had left like whether it be like an empty bottle of vodka or gin. I don't even drink vodka like that. So somebody had left it in there, but like I'd gone in there earlier, and one of the teachers had seen me because like a tall black guy with locks. So she told one of the I don't want to say advisors, but like one of the, the admissions people.
Right.
And I was cool with her for like by that point like 6 years because like my dad was talking to her when I was getting into TJ. She was like, "Nayo, bro, it's your last semester, dude. Just like." Tone it down, man. She was like, "You gotta like 2 months."
cool.
I was like, I wasn't drinking. She's like, "I know, but
I don't even
you
drink
probably
vodka.
are drinking on campus, though, right?" And I was like, "I mean, but I'm not drinking vodka on campus." So yeah,
She's cool though.
yeah. So
That's
that's when I just like I went from like being like 100% to like 0. But I only had like 2 months left to like come on, so it wasn't that bad.
That prayer room, I remember there were so many rumors about that place. Like when people wanted to like, get it off with each other and they couldn't
you
hit the toys, they would go to the prayer room. Like the prayer room was the spot. I never went
That's horrible.
because I had no friends, but everyone else did, and it was.
I feel like he knows this.
Yeah, shh.
Are you serious?
But okay, I'm not
probably
trying to
used
incriminate
it to-
myself because I'm married now, right?
Yeah.
But like
That's where you met your
I had a
wife.
janitor walking on me one time with somebody in the prayer room.
Seriously?
And then but you know what the trick was? The trick was this though. You would you go down to the base, not the basement. You go down to like the front, like the entrance. You be like, "Yo, I got a headache. Like, can I go into like the little clinic? Because there's a bed in the clinic." You go up in there, and then like you have your little friend come and knock on the door when they leave because you could lock it from the inside. And your friend would come in, and you could bada bing, bada boom in the clinic.
Wow.
But like that was a long time ago when I was just wild and young.
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to stop drinking. Y'all see what it is?
I get it.
I got enough living in.
Right.
So.
No, but that's so amazing though that you've made that decision now. Not what you did in the prayer room, but the decision you made to go sober. That's really cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a new thing, right?
Well, I mean, I was sober for a year. So I was sober from the end of like 2018 to basically like, I want to say November of 2019. And then I think getting married, I was like, oh, let me get a handle on this. Like, it'd be a shame if I couldn't have like a nice bottle of wine with my wife or something. Or like if we went to an event, I can't like, cheers champagne or something. So it wasn't like, oh, I miss getting torn up. I was like, I could probably manage this. Like, And then I'm happy that I did that and I fell off the wagon in that instance. Because like for the first month or two, I was fine. I was like, all right, this is fine. But then I think just like everything that happened this year and like, being home a lot more often, I was like, all right, I'm going to take a bath, but have like a whole bottle of wine. I'm going to take a bath and have like 2 bottles of soju. And then like it just gradually got worse. Like I would go out with my friends and I'd drink with my friends for a little bit, right? And the thing is, because like my personality is so like, yo, come on, let's do this, bro. So like I would push them to drink a bit more than they wanted to. And then I would come home and on the way home, I'd do like a little conveni crawl. So every conveni I'd go past, it'd be like, let me get one for the road. Sooner or later, you're home. But I'm like, oh, I'm still home though. But like, let me get 3 for the bathtub. And the next thing you know, it's just spouting out of control.
And the bathtub kind of created that space for you where you felt
just
like
get destroyed at home.
Yeah. That was your prayer room.
Yeah, it was my prayer room to like the gods of hedonism.
Yeah. So. It's interesting though, because I haven't dabbled in alcoholism myself, but it is within the family, and I have a lot of close friends that's been through it. Or are still through it. But it's very difficult to put yourself into that situation to understand what it actually feels like. And what it's about.
Definitely.
So it's quite interesting.
Like I'm quite lucky that my younger brother actually went through this, and he's been sober for 2 years now, and he had a pretty substantial substance abuse issue in New York, and he went through it, and he's done. Like luckily my parents didn't really drink it for me because my mom couldn't drink, and my dad was just like a teetotaler. He was like, I don't really drink like that. So I think not seeing my parents drink as a kid, I guess when it became time for me to drink, I was like, I'm just gonna do it. Like just go full on, like balls to the wall. So, but yeah, like having people that who've gone through it and have come out the other end, you kind of think if they've done it, I can do it. And like I can always call them up for like support or talk to them because they're gonna understand what I'm going through. So would
that would be your main tip for people that are currently going through this?
Yeah. There are like I don't know if you guys have like links and stuff, but I can send you links for like English language based like AA meetings like on Zoom and on Skype and stuff like the anonymous or whatever. So maybe if you don't want to like stop drinking, but you want to like kind of cut back, having a support group helps a lot because it kind of keeps you in check, and like if you're like a part of a community within the community, So
just knowing that there are other people around experiencing the same thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Respect.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just got back to it though, so we don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you. Yeah, touch wood.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. Touch on wood. What is it? Pinch of salt? No, you don't do that.
You throw a bit of salt behind your back. Yeah, but that's from the old country though. That's like some European stuff, some Scandinavian stuff.
Yes.
Ja, Sverige.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Nah, I'm from Florida, but the thing is like, ja, Oscar Sverige. So
you have this accent.
You have a little accent going on though.
Yeah.
Like slightly British.
Yeah.
Inspired.
So the thing is, so another breakdown of that. Sorry. I was born in New Jersey, and when I was like 4 going on 5, my family moved down to Florida. And like if you're from like New Jersey at that point, like you have a very hard accent. Like your R's are like hey, rah, 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 rah.
Right.
So I was talking a mile a minute. I couldn't pronounce my TH sound. I couldn't pronounce my R's. And we moved out to Florida, and people couldn't understand me because at that point, Florida wasn't New York Junior just yet. It was like Orlando was still kind of like the South, but like in a funny way, with a lot of like retired people there. So first of all, my accent was like just really fast, and 2, it's a bunch of old people. So they were like, I can't understand this boy. Let's put him in speech class. Really? I got into speech class once I started elementary school, so maybe like 6 to like, I think I was like 9 or 10.
Oh, cute.
And it was fun in the beginning because like you're playing with blocks and stuff. Then after a while, when you start being the only kid getting pulled out of your class, to go to speech class because you haven't gotten better yet. I was like, what can I do? Like, how can I get out of here?
Yeah.
And like back in the day, like when I was like a kid on like Nickelodeon, they had this show called The Tomorrow People, and it was like a British show. They just brought up a bunch of kids who could teleport. They had ESP, and they were so cool. And like they all had like the received pronunciation accent. And then my family started going to Disney World heavily at that time. And anything about Orlando, this Disney World, Universal, tons of timeshares, so tons of Brits. So I remember being like, yo, like, these people, they speak this way and no one fucks with them. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna do that too. Like, I can speak that way. I can speak that way. So I didn't know it was like the UK and like, you know, America. I was like, I'm just gonna copy these cool ass kids on the Tomorrow People. And that really sunburnt person with the earring, I'm gonna copy him too. I'm just gonna mimic that accent. So then by the time I was 8, it kind of stuck. And then my father, my father has his own business and he had a partner for a couple of years that was from the UK as well. And his whole family like moved to Florida. So like, it just stuck really hard with me. And that just never kind of went away because it was like a defense mechanism. But up until I was like 13, I didn't really notice it. But then I went to like high school and I was like, haha, you talk funny. And I was like, oh shit, let me try to hide it. So like every morning I'd be like, what's up? My name is Nayo. What's up, cuh? But like, and then they'd be like, anyway, so like, I'm going to go to Starbucks afterwards. Y'all want some? No? All right. Well. But it goes in and out though. Like it's not
Cheers,
a proper,
bruvs.
it's not like a proper English accent though. So.
Oh, that's amazing. I would never heard that.
So interesting.
Yeah, but it's embarrassing to say that because they're like, wait, so you just, as a child, couldn't get better in speech therapy? Like, no, it didn't work for me.
No, but you found your own way.
Yeah.
You taught yourself, which is even amazing, girl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd say. I remember back because in Sweden, usually they teach British English and not American, which is it's even worse because if it's not your first language and the first language you're supposed to be taught is in an accent that's not that you kind of need to be perfect in for it to actually work. It's can you imagine little Swedish kids? And our teacher herself, she couldn't speak British very well either. It was like I remember the days of the week. It was okay, everyone say Monday, Tuesday.
I can just hear the accent too. I can hear the Swedish accent.
And we were like, Thursday. She's like, no, Thursday. And it just kept on going like that. Which is, I think, maybe why I went in the American direction instead of sticking with that because it just sounded so much worse. Funny, yeah.
I remember, so like in Orlando, like most people, they either work, there's like 2 kingdoms, either the Disney Kingdom or the Universal Kingdom. And the high school that Alex and I went to was right next to Universal Studios, like next to it. Like you could see it from the classrooms because our school was there and then Universal bought the land across the street. And I was working at Men in Black attractions. I was like, you know, like I was, because all the kids did that. Like you either went there and that you got sent to like Spider-Man or Seuss Landing or like Men in Black, or you did
this
food
was
services.
pre-Sailor Moon installations, I suppose.
You mean like USJ or Universal Studios in America? They have Sailor Moon installations?
They did.
This is pre
for a
that.
while.
Yeah, I would have loved that. Okay, this is pre that.
Yeah, okay.
This is early 2000s. So I remember like sometimes we'd have like, you know, really strong like accent people from like the United Kingdom and Ireland. And sometimes like my castmates would call me up to translate and I was like, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I'd be like, I don't know what they're saying either.
You're like, Monday?
Yeah, like on Tuesday? The queue is over there. I don't know what he wants, bro. Like, but yeah.
So funny.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wait, it's okay. So you were raised in Florida, acquired this amazing new mixed kind of culture clash accent, which is really working for you. I love it.
Thank you.
And then when did you come to Japan?
Right.
So I actually started coming to Tokyo in my teens because my cousin, shout outs to Craig 9, he's been living here for ages. Like he used to run a website called Black Tokyo, and it was about like, you know, the black experience being in Japan. And I remember he was like, yeah, you come chill with me, you come visit me, but you gotta learn Japanese. And I was like, oh, I can do that. So I remember I started learning Japanese as a kid, and I started coming to Tokyo like in my teens. And you know, I was lucky enough to have some like Japanese speaking friends back in Orlando. I had, you know, that's when MySpace started coming out. You know, I had friends like in MySpace and stuff. So I would come in the summers and just chill and kick it. And so it was almost like for like the later end of my teens, Tokyo became like my second hometown. And then, you know, I came here like, you know, for university back when I first met to UJ. And then I went home for like 18 months because my dad passed. And then I came back and I've just been kind of here ever since. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I've been here ever since.
And were you studying the whole time?
You mean, so when I was coming as a teenager, I was just kicking it. I was just chilling and shit.
Yeah.
One time I got sent here from school for high school. I had to go to my wife and I went to the same high school in Urayasu actually.
Really?
Because I got sent here because I was in the Japanese class in America for it was like an easy A. I was like, I tried to take Spanish and I was like, yo no nombre wa. I was like, oh no, that's not it. like I kept mixing up Japanese grammar with not Swedish, but Spanish vocabulary. And I was like, yeah, uno momento por favor, uno momento kudasai. Like I can't do this, bro. So when I changed high schools, they had a Japanese program, and you had to be like in like super AP classes, like this AP program, like advanced placement program. And I took AP classes, but I didn't sign up for like the whole like course load because I was like, I'm in high school. I'm trying to, I watch Degrassi. I'm trying to do shit like that. I can't party if I'm writing essays every night.
Right.
But anyways, I took the class and I slept the whole time because they were teaching like, it was the same thing. Like days of the week, they're like, getsuyobi, kayobi, suyobi. I was like, I've been knew this, so I would just sleep in the class. But in the third year, our high school got invited to our sister city in Urayasu, Shinoyasu, to just kind of participate in a speech competition. But the thing is, the teacher and I were the only ones who could speak Japanese in the whole school. Except for like my girlfriend at the time, but she was like, I'm not going there. Like I just came from there. Why would I go back? So I had to go. Like, I had to go because the administrator who was going with us couldn't speak Japanese. So it was myself, the administrator, and then this Mormon girl named Brittany. And because we got a huge kerfuffle about like she's like, I can't drink green tea, I can't drink caffeine because I'm
you got
Mormon.
into a what?
A kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, a little brouhaha.
Like I've never heard. Have you heard kerfuffle?
Kerfuffle is like a
little brawl, like a little
like a little
fight.
dust up.
Kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, yeah.
That's amazing. I'm going to start using it.
Yeah, dude. I think it's like K-E. I forgot to spell. I have no idea how to spell. Like a little kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle.
Yeah.
So you and Brit.
Yeah, Brit and I. Yeah. And she was like, I can't drink green tea because like there's caffeine in it. And I was like, bro, I'm not missing out on a free tea ceremony because of your fucking religion.
Right.
Like, just grin and bear it or don't drink it.
Right.
And she's like, we also can't go shopping on Sunday, so we can't go to Shibuya because, you can't shop on the Sabbath. And I was like, Brittany, I swear to God, if you don't leave your religion in America, I will leave you at the airport because you don't speak Japanese and I do.
So she converted.
No, I ended up running away off the trip. Yeah, it was like a 2-week trip. But I think I ran away after day 2 because I had friends.
Brit.
I had friends in Shibuya anyways from MySpace, and I was grown. I was like, you can't make me do this because I was 18 in America. That means you're an adult. But they're like, if you don't go, we'll suspend you. Like they threatened me with academic suspension. So I came out here,
right,
and I had to do a uniform for the high school, and I was like, no, fuck this. So like, the next day, I ran off, and then I met them at the airport, and I almost got suspended when we got back to America.
How come?
Because like they were on their own without any like Japanese speakers. But
That's what kerfuffles lead to.
I was a bad child.
I don't know, but it's also life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
I didn't want to go. Like I told them, like I don't want to go.
out.
Like I don't want to go to Tokyo right now. Like the school year just started. And, like I just got a car. Actually, no, I didn't. It was my senior year, like the last year of high school. I was like, like I'm just trying to work and go to school. Like I don't want to take 2 weeks off. It's like, come out here, bro. What the fuck? And they're like, no, you gotta go.
So that's when you met your wife?
Actually, I met my wife in 2013 when I came back. I met her, but we didn't start talking to each other or dating each other until like 2015. So like I knew her for a little bit, but then like that was like, hey, what's up? And then bye bye. And then,
But because you knew each other from school already.
Actually, I knew her because I used to teach her English, which is terrible. Because like I used to work for like my cousin Craig, his friend has an eikaiwa, and she let me work there. But it's like group discussion lessons. So like, pardon me, my wife would come in, and she had a really nice like sense of fashion, and like she would never say anything. And she always had short hair, so I was like, "Yo, this motherfucker's so cool." Like I just thought, like, "Yo, she doesn't talk because she doesn't give a fuck what we're talking about," and I can understand that.
What's the point?
Yeah, because it's like a group discussion. People ask me about like fucking milk and shit and cheeseburgers. I'm like, I can only talk about cheeseburgers so much. So she was just sitting there, be like, "Come to find out, she don't speak English," and that's why she never spoke. But I think we had like a holiday party. I was working and we talked about Star Wars a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, if you like Star Wars, I like it. Let's hang out sometime." She's like, "All right, whatever." So I got her Facebook. And then I would always invite her to DJ gigs, like at Trump Room back in the day. And she's like, "Nah, I'm not coming to that." I was like, "No, go out, come through." She's like, "Nah, I'm not coming to that."
She was too cool for Trump Room even?
Looking back on it now, I'm gonna let that be her story. Yeah. But I figure she's super reserved anyways. So I want to say that had a bit to deal with it.
Yeah.
But I'm happy she didn't come because I was like a naughty alcoholic then. So she would have met me and be like, "Yo, this kid sucks." Like, But I invited her out to see Star Wars Episode 7 when it dropped at the end of 2015. And so like we went to see the movie, like I think like 11 or whatever, like in the morning. And then after we seen it, I was like, "Yo, like I'm gonna see this again. So like you can go home if you want, but I'm gonna buy a ticket for like 2.
God.
And she was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it again. And I was like, all right, but I'm gonna buy a lightsaber. So just to let you know. So she came. Not only did she watch it me twice in the same day, she came with me to Toys R Us. I bought a lightsaber. I fastened it to my being, and I wore it around for the rest of the day. And she still stuck by me.
That's true love.
And she even came to mine at the end of the night. Yeah,
that's true love.
We started dating like 10 days later.
Oh
my.
Yeah.
Damn, you were really pursuing her though in a way for a while.
Yeah, I was always like, yo, come through. She was like, nah, I'm not coming through. And I was like, yo, come through. She's like, nah, I'm not gonna come through. And I was like, damn it, Alex, I can't get this girl to come through. And I was like, I don't worry about that. And I was like, no, she's too cool. Yeah.
Wow. Wait, so are you saying that you're like a Star Wars fan?
That's like one of the only fandoms I allow myself. Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah. It's like the only fandom I'm really into.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
what was that game back in? It was for Super Famicom, Super Nintendo Star Wars one, where you could play as Leia, but in her
slave outfit,
and she could twirl around with that kind of chain thing.
That's probably why I didn't have that game. My parents were like, nah, none of that. Yeah. Like, none of that.
Yeah, I don't think Brit would agree either.
Oh Lord.
That's so cool though. So you just long story short, you basically met over a double Star Wars.
Yeah, a double feature.
Same movie.
Of
the same movie. Plus lightsaber.
Yeah. And I remember just like I had a keychain and a carabiner. I put the lightsaber on the keychain because there's like a hole, and I put it on my carabiner. I just wore it the whole day.
Hard.
Like I was a fucking Jedi.
Why don't you
and I was
have
like,
it on
she
every
ate
day?
it up.
I hope so. Yeah. I was actually feeding her a constant stream of beer at the time too. I was like, "Hey, have another beer."
Good. Just kept it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So was she wasn't DJing back then?
Nah, she wasn't DJing back then. Nah.
What is she into?
Netflix. Like no, I'm not trying to be funny. Like she is like she watches everything, and that's how she learns about the world apparently. So like she's like deep into it. Like she'll finish off a series in a day.
Like anything.
I don't want to say anything, but especially like a lot of like Kai Guy stuff. And then because she just wants, I think being with me, she's like, I gotta play catch up. It's like, if I'm gonna go to these events like in Tokyo, like every time we go somewhere, like, we go to your events, or we go to like something at Barry or like B Cafe, she's like, yo, it's like Nihon dakedo Nihon janai. And she's like, 別にその悪いことではないし、ただなんか私はまだわかんないので。So I think she watches a lot of Hulu and like Netflix. Yeah, she watches that too. Yeah, just it's like social studies for her, like a civics class. So she's really into Netflix. But last year she was searching for a new job, and she was like, I need like a hobby or something. And I was like, all right. So I bought her like a little a super mini starter DJ thing. They're not even like a huge USB. It's like a little baby one that you buy for like your teenage kid who's like, I think it would be a DJ. So she had that, and I gave her a bunch of music on her computer, and she studied it, and then she practiced with the thing so hard it broke. Because this is made for like super entry level. Like it was like a Newmark controller, like super entry level thing. I think it had party lights on it too. It was like yay big. It was like yay big, yeah. And then she was like getting serious about it. We went out and we actually got her like a Tractor S2, the kit that she has now. We got her like another laptop just for music on it. And so I think for her it's a good outlet. Like she doesn't have any pressure on herself to do it, but I think it gives her like another dimension to herself that I think she feels happy to have. Yeah. But I always tell if you don't want to DJ, you don't have to DJ. Like if you don't want to do it, don't do it for me. Like do it for yourself. So
dope. I think you're opening up.
She's okay. Yeah. Has she taken the Myers-Briggs test indicator? Would you know her for letters?
The thing is, I remember one of my exes put me onto that. And my ex did my 4 letters for me. And I think my 4 letters INFJ or something at the time.
INFJ?
Yeah, but I was like, I don't know what that means, bro. I was like, I'm a Slytherin. Does that help? Does that mean?
Yeah, they all are. They all are.
Who else is INFJ?
So INFJ would be the perfect companion to us because we're both ENFP. Jimmy, yeah, exactly.
I have no idea what it means though.
It means you're introverted, which means that you gain energy from spending time home, and you spend that energy when out. Whereas an extrovert is the other way around. They gain energy from people and then go home and spend it.
That makes sense.
And you use intuition when you meet people rather than common sense. You kind of read the vibe, you read the room. You don't read if I make a sad face, that's a sad face. You try to see what's beyond there. Kind of. And then F means that you judge based on your emotions.
Okay. Yeah, I
A
can see
lot.
that.
How you feel about the moment and the person.
Yeah.
And then J means how your perspective works, whether you're looking at the bigger picture or the smaller. And you're looking at the smaller, which means that you have a higher talent for details.
Damn, dude, I feel blessed because I just came out here now. Like, can we do like a tarot card reading too after this? Like,
She knows this shit.
yeah,
so
dude,
much.
that's awesome.
Doctor.
It's my nerdy. That's my Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
No, that's funny.
dope.
Because you're mentioning your wife and talking about how, because I'm not going to stereotype like all the Japanese, but there are certain, we all are different types of people, and there are certain people that likes to go out in the world and learn from the people around them, if it's something foreign to them, right? And then there's the people that likes to kind of do it from afar and then try to test the grounds out once out, which is
That's probably her. I think
probably what she is, which is quite interesting, I thought.
Yeah. Like, I always come home and she's watching some other Netflix series, but like I think she watched everything that she could watch for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Like a bit of Hulu, a bit of Netflix. She watched all like a lot of. She watched, No, she just sitting there like, hey. She watched all the Real Housewives. I think they're on Netflix. She watched them in like a week. She's like,
amazing.
She's like, is this common in America? And I'm just like, sometimes, yeah. So yeah, I definitely think that she's like that. Like, you know, kind of sitting back, observing, and then like, okay, in this situation, maybe I could do this or do that.
Such a sweetie, because she really has that cool aura about her now.
Dude, she's a thug though. Like no one knows that about her. She's a fucking thug, bro. She scares me, bro. Like, yeah, like I won't talk about it no more.
Yeah, she's cool. She's too cool.
That's amazing. Wait, so when did you get into DJing, and how did that?
So there's two ways I got into DJing. So the first thing before DJing, I got into turntablism. So turntablism is like, you know the band Incubus?
Yes.
Yes.
You know the DJ in that band?
No.
So, okay. Well, okay. You know the band like Linkin Park, right?
Yes.
You know the DJ in that band?
No.
Okay. Well, so it's like turntablism is using the turntables as a musical device. So where you take recorded music and samples and you manipulate it like someone would play like a guitar, or someone would play like a bass, or someone would play like bongos. So you're not spinning records to spin records. You're taking like, for example, a certain sample. Let's say like, you know, James Brown, I Feel Good. That you would just take that and while somebody's like playing guitar and drums, and you would use that to accompany the musicians in the band.
You do it live or is it pre-recorded?
Live, but I mean, you could record it in the studio. Like, you know, if a band's going to recording, like you'd show up with like a bunch of records and you
like a sampler.
Yeah, basically, like that. So it was called turntablism or sampling as well, but emphasis on like, you know, the manipulation of the turntables. So like scratching and cutting and things and like looping and things like that. And you know, I was huge into like that type of music. I was huge into bands that had DJs. If a band had a DJ, I'm like, I'll give them a listen, even if they were kind of crap. I was always interested in how the DJ was utilized, because I started rapping when I was like 13, 14. I started screaming when I was like 15, 16. But in between that, I started like manipulating sounds and stuff. I actually I had one of the earliest like DJ controllers. It was called like a DM squared thing, and it was like a hefty like duty child's toy though. Like it was like plastic and metal, and it was not at all like we would think a DJing thing should be. It was like 8 pads in a circle on each side and like a space bar in the middle for nothing, and then like a really rinky-dink crossfader. But like you could load a track onto it, right? Like, but you have to use like your desktop computer or like a laptop. You could load a track, and each track was comprised of samples. So you could press the sample to play, but they also had scratch rings. So I'd fuck that shit up. Like I would be in my house like scratching along to like POD or scratching along to like a bunch of Filipino bands I found on MySpace. Like a bunch of like Rage Against the Machine songs. It's like because like Manila had a really good rap metal scene back in the early 2000s. So like when I finally got on MySpace, like they all had pages. So you go on one band's page, see the top 8. Another band, go to their page, another top 8. You're like, look at all these bands. So I played MySpace in the background and be in the background. It's kind of like, so, but that's how I got into DJing the first time. So like this turntablism, and I would like, you know, I'd be in local bands and like scratching and stuff. And then I started making music my own. And I was in Tokyo, and I think I wanted to perform at Trump Room, but they're like, oh, like with performers for this month, but if you could DJ, you could have a DJ. And I was like, fuck it, I'll DJ. I'll play my own music. So like I DJ, just play my own music for the night. And after that, like I think I did like a crash course in like DJing and how to mix and stuff. Because I already knew how to scratch and all that, but who wants to listen to that? Like for like an hour, right? So I was like, this is how you put songs and stuff together. And then so I started DJing. I was like, you know, I guess like a proper like club DJ or something. So I've been doing that for about 11 years now.
Just because Trunk said no, you may not perform this month.
Well, they didn't say
Basically.
I couldn't, but they were like, oh, like, sorry, like, come get to what choto ne.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. They're like,
And it's funny how things turn.
Nanka, you don't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
You find a way to always.
yeah. If you guys had told me I couldn't do level, just like, we can paint. It'd be some abstract shit. And I'd be like,
I feel like you should do something.
that's how I started painting. I just bought some paint and I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
A bunch of handprints.
Yeah.
Are you free on November?
Are you free on November 28th?
Yeah, dude, I might come through. Let me know. Because I actually been thinking about trying to get into paint too. Because I always really envious of people who can do visual art.
Yeah.
Because like I used to draw stick figure anime back when I was a kid, but my brother was way better at that than me. He's a way better drummer than me, and he's a way better singer than me. So I was like, damn, he can't be better at everything than me. So I gave up the art. Yeah. But
it's in your veins.
Yeah. But if it sucks though, don't get mad at me though.
Perform, right?
Yeah, I can perform. But the thing is like I always thought like, let me like, reach out to them and perform my music at love hotels. Yeah. But like the audience is like, very into hip hop, and I love that about it because it's not like my usual forte. But like I don't want to like I don't know, man. Like I don't want to like scream and have people like, what the fuck is this? And then like clear the floor. Like I'm afraid.
That much?
I mean, I don't scream that much, but but like I'm keen to try. Like I'm keen to try.
To do what?
Screaming.
Yeah, let's scream.
Okay, but it's not a lot of screaming. It's just like it's like neo new metal. That's like kind of what I call it. I call it like fever pop. So it's
We've
like
never had that.
okay, I'm down for it.
New vibes always welcome.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm down
that'd be
for it.
so cool.
It's a lot of rapping and
promising.
headbanging.
We just need to find an audience.
Yeah, I'm keen for it. Yeah, let me know.
Or an audience that's not used to it whatsoever. That's also nice.
If you're down with it.
I'm down.
But
Yeah, I'm down.
We mentioned this at one of the other podcasts before. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah. But when we had Grebnalaw, which was a Swedish contemporary art performance dance group. And they wear these huge balloon-esque kind of monster. Yeah. And they come out and they crawl on the floor and they scream, and there's this like techno beats and like 300 BPS, like crazy.
Everybody was like, what the fuck?
And everyone was like, what the... And me and Colleen was in the DJ booth and we were like, psycho, this is so good. And the best of the thing was not even the performance, it was the people's freaking reaction. There were people that just went, they just left and stood against the wall and was like that.
That's what we need.
That's what we need.
I'm not going to be to that extreme though.
Like literal showstoppers.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a set actually with the BLM set, like the BLM harmonic wavelength. Shout outs to BLM Tokyo. I actually have a set on there, so if you guys want to get like a taste of it, that's probably what I'll bring through.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the invite and thank you for the consideration.
Will your woman be turntabling?
I think for that instance, like her and I don't. Like, this is old adage, like, you don't want to have, like, your partner, like, in your music videos and stuff, right? Like, you don't want to have your partner too involved with what you're doing. So with her and I DJing, we keep that as after... Well, but look what happened, though.
Great album.
Yeah, great album. So, like, my wife and I, like, we keep it, the DJing shit, like, that's, like, something we do together. But, like, my homie Shanti, she's actually my my live DJ right now. So, like, she'll probably come through and hopefully hook me up.
Shanti.
Yeah. DJ Alcolane.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's also part of...
Yeah.
No?
I don't know.
The group...
I don't know what group she might be a part of.
Was this a performance group thing?
Oh, no. She's not a part of... Nandake. DJ Ochazuke?
Yeah, I thought that first, but then another thing hits me. She did some, like, performance thing, some, like, cabaret kind of thing. Some, like, dance.
She might be... Like, she does a lot of things. Like,
whatever, she's gorgeous.
Busy. Yeah, she's super cool. She does a lot of stuff as well, yeah. She does, I think right now, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but like, I know she was doing some dance stuff for like, one of the Johnny's boys and stuff. Because she was always posting like, rehearsal pictures on Instagram stories.
She was doing something and she was wearing like outrageous costumes. Outrageous costumes. That's cool. Okay, so she's doing that for you when it comes to live performances.
If she has the time in her schedule, because I know she's super busy. If not, then I just like push a button. No, I'm kidding. I'll find somebody else.
Yeah.
Fun and cool.
Oh, thank you.
Ow.
Robin's ribs.
Yeah, I have a fractured rib to deal
Wait,
with.
really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Halloween night.
Post Halloween,
shit,
came
what
home,
happened?
was gonna get off my cosplay and accidentally fell onto the... It's not called shoebox. Tsubako? What is it? The entrance of your apartment.
Like
you have
foyer area,
like a thing where you can put your shoes, like a cupboard kind of thing. and the corner hit my rib, and it was fine for like a day, and then suddenly I got a fever, and it was so painful I couldn't laugh or cough or sneeze or do anything. Basically.
What was your Halloween costume?
Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII.
Me neither.
But I think it was pretty detailed,
Actually,
though, right?
Final Fantasy VII remake Aerith version. Yeah, it was very detailed.
Okay, damn, dude. I mean, it sounds detailed.
It was
So yeah,
amazing costume.
Thank
Yeah.
you, babe.
It was so uncool what you ended up with.
So unfun and uncool. Yeah. Yeah.
well, I mean, it's the price you pay to like
Right.
No, it is. It was
it's
probably
like-
some karma I had to deal
What
with.
was that thing? So it was like fashion's pain or something like that.
Pain is
so like
fashion.
yeah,
Yeah,
pain is
yeah,
fashion.
yeah.
So if you have to do all this pain now, I'm pretty sure you killed it on Halloween. So
Om man ska vara fin får man lida pin. Gotta suffer if you want to look nice, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
Can relate.
So he is.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you laugh now. I just want to talk about like Jesus, something super
Really
depressing now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, let's talk about the election. Yeah,
Oh my
Oh, is
God.
it over yet?
It's so long. What the?
yeah. It's it'll be
Fail.
over hopefully like in the next like 48 hours, I think. But
Yeah,
I was just
soon,
kidding.
man.
I don't want to talk about the election though. But like, I don't want to make you laugh though. So I could explain the electoral.
I'll laugh
college
on the
system
right
to you.
side. It's okay. Yeah, it'll be fine. So, what's your like future
I was
aspirations?
gonna ask that.
Exit now.
Ask
What's
away.
your future goals, dreams, endeavors?
That's a really good question. It's a really timely question too, because I just had my birthday last month. So like,
Happy birthday!
well, thank you. But with that being said, like every year, like I sit down with myself and I'm like, what am I gonna do this next coming year?
Right.
And I think I've been living my life in Tokyo for the past couple of years. Like I'm always gonna I was like, this year I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna move to Sweden. I'm gonna move to like, the Netherlands. But like I think I had a powwow with my wife, and we were like, all right, we're gonna probably move to Chiba. Back to like our hometown, yeah, just so we can get started on family planning. Like like I love living in Nakameguro, but like I don't want to have like a kid in like a shoebox apartment,
Right.
But
Yeah.
so
Imagine
just,
that rib.
yeah,
Yeah.
that would
Nice one.
that would be neither fun nor cool. But that's like the immediate goal is to try to move back to like Chiba. We're from there to move to Chiba. And then, try to have like a kid or two, like in the next 18 months. And then whilst I'm doing that, like, I've been sitting on this album for the whole year. Like I have this song, like I had 8 songs just ready to go. I just can't get myself to record them. Like I just can't.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. Like, cause I know
What's
you play in
stopping
a
you?
band. Just not in the mood, Like it's that thing was kind of like, I can write the lyrics and I'm like, yay. But like when it comes time for me to actually get my microphone out and be like, here we go. I'm just like, fuck it. Like I'm just not in the mood to record those vocals. And I don't know why, because like I have all these ideas for other songs. But I'm like, I need to release this album first and then other songs. But like,
Is it like a perfectionist kind of thing, or is it more of a? Do you feel like you don't have the knowledge to do it, or what's?
I think for me is that I think I've kind of internally I moved past the feelings for that album. So the album's called Festivalen, and the subtext is like "Din har det for me." So like that means like the festival, and that means like this is for me. And like like the album cover is like 13-year-old me. So it's all the music that I would have been stoked to make if I were 13, if I had known how. Yeah.
Cool, yeah.
But like sonically, musically, I love the album, but just like lyrical wise, I'm kind of like, man. So I might need to just go back and just rewrite lyrics that I can relate to right now.
Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, but just not in that mindset. Because I wrote most of it like before the whole like pandemic and stuff. Like, I wrote most of it like like February and March. So like I'm just kind of not there anymore.
ago.
Hey, dude, it's like 20 years ago. Holy shit! Yeah.
The thing, because you produce tracks as well, right?
Yeah.
Because I've noticed when it comes to myself, for example, I produce tracks. But when it comes to me singing on them or like recording my own voice and then mixing and mastering that, it's a whole other thing.
Yes.
Never get the feeling to do it. Never.
I'm in the same boat
don't
as
even
you.
want to.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the thought comes of maybe I should find someone that has a studio that could do it for me.
Yeah,
and I'll go in but then I know I wouldn't be pleased there either.
Exactly.
And then by the end of it, you're already over the whole thing. So it's like, but you probably spent like hours and hours and hours of listening to your own recordings of yourself, but you've never kind of gotten to the point where you actually put it into the track.
Yeah, exactly. Like Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And luckily, like, you know, I have some friends who I can turn to, like, you know, because I'm not a good singer. I can just like rap and scream. But like, you know, I have like my friend Bina Maya, who if I'm like, I need this like female vocal on this track, I'll ask her. And usually whatever she does, it'll like hit me in the face and it will inspire me to be like, all right, I'll have like the Yaruki to do something.
Right.
But like, just, I don't know, man. I'm right there with you right now. It's kind of like, producing the track, that shit is fun, especially like when it slaps.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning, whenever you're sitting with your keyboard out, and you're just like, "Yo, this shit fucking slaps."
Yeah.
And then you write lyrics like, "These lyrics are gonna be so, it's gonna go in. These lyrics are so good."
Yeah.
And it's like, time to record. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
You get somebody else to sing your lyrics, and you're like, "No, you're not hitting it like that. You gotta scream it like this." And then
It's a really weird thing.
yeah. I don't know, man. That's why I always listen to my friends' music if they put it out, because like I kind of know like the whole like process that went behind it. Like, you know, like it depends. Like if someone's dropping music all the time, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I'm like, that's cool. But if someone's like, yo, like, you know, I released music a year ago, this is my latest project, I'm like, all right, I'll sit down and listen to this, because I know there's probably been that whole back and forth,
Right?
And they're just kind of like, I don't want to do this, but I should, but I don't want to, And then once you make something, the next battle is putting it out. So I always respect people that put out their own music, because that's like the biggest hurdle I feel, is putting something out in the world, especially something that's sat within you for so long. Because all it takes is somebody to be like, yo, this shit is garbage, and you're like, haha, fuck it.
Right. And in what way to release it, and will there be a music video, and how massive is it gonna be, or shall it just be like a simple? You probably end up with just releasing it without telling anyone, and be like, oh, I'm just keeping it.
That's what you
Did it with a band half a year ago, by the way.
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
Oh, life. Oh, life. Do, 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 do. You know,
I don't know if I'm supposed to look there right now. Like, should I look away or like
what? No. Oh no, I'm just refilling the vape.
Okay. I was like
discussing Desiree.
Okay. Desiree
life.
Desiree life. You mean like, okay, is it like somebody from the scene, or is it like an actual like singer?
It's like an actual singer from when?
You know,
like the
song,
90s.
Afraid of the dark, especially when I'm in a park.
I have to know
there's
this song.
no one else around.
I'm pretty sure I have to know this.
I get the feeling. Life. Oh life, oh life,
Okay,
oh life.
I know that song, but it's like in the recesses of my brain. Because as you're singing that right now, the song that's coming to my mind is "You Gotta Be Done."
Same one,
same singer,
same one. It's the other track. They sound the same. The lyrics are both questionable.
All I know. Yeah. The same. Yes.
Oh my God, that's Desiree.
And this isn't that the one where she has all the nails? And
Yeah.
I love Desiree. Such a classic.
Yeah, dude, that was good times, man. Good times.
You hear it once and it never it sticks with you for like half a year.
Yeah. I went through like a huge like 90s year old like dance type of like dance music phase hard last year. So like Aqua, but also before Aqua, Real McCoy. Like I went through. They had this song called "Another Night, Another Dream." Dun 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 dun. I feel joy, I feel pain. Anyways, that song called "Another Night," and then
that's fun and cool.
Yeah. Just Google like Real McCoy "Another Night."
Yeah,
that shit slaps. Yeah, and then what was it? Culture Beat, like Mr. Vane. Like I went through. I went through like all these.
Back then, okay. What was that one with it?
Yeah. I know what I want, and I don't want it now. I want you, cause I'm Mr. Vane.
Yeah.
And they were all from Europe too. But the thing is, like, they all had like American accents though. Because they would like recruit like American rappers and singers, but all the producers are from Europe. Yeah. So yeah.
Was it Me and My? Was it? Do you know the two nurses? Doopy 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 doop boop doopy doopy doop you know?
That's a nurse.
They were dressed as nurses. It was kind of like their thing. Like slutty nurse. Well, whatever.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't allowed to see it. Maybe
loving that era though, in general. It sticks with you.
Yeah. Like, yeah, dude. Like, even to this day, it's kind of like a different scene from that era though. Like every time I lay down to go to bed, as soon as I hit the bed and like the lights are off, it'd be it'd be the first like intro of Selena's like Dreaming of You, like dun, 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 dun. Every night without fail. Yes.
Nayo, you are funny.
It doesn't matter if I'm at home, if I'm on the road, if I'm just late at night when all the world is dreaming.
Oh,
I watched way too much MTV and VH1.
Yeah.
Those like the American music channels as a kid. Like I just was glued to those channels. My mom wasn't
Right.
looking. Just
Dude, Nayo's kids is really gonna be
They're
fun
gonna-
and wild.
they're either gonna be
great.
like super serious accountants, or they're gonna be like really great like new pop artists.
So cool.
Yeah. All born in the prayer room.
I can't believe I talked about that. Oh man.
Amazing. They switched campus. Is the old campus still there?
I don't know.
Is that gone?
I mean, because DHS was still using it, right? Was it DHS or DHC? The makeup, yeah, the cosmetic company. So I
Right.
think they just took over the whole thing now. Because I walked past it a couple of times. Because my other job is in Shokane, so I'd take a stroll and I'd walk past it. All the TUJ stuff is gone, but like the new campus is.
I mean, that place was not worth it. I mean, I loved some of the class. Some of the professors were amazing, but the rest, like just the whole place.
That's why I party so hard there. I was like, fuck
Yeah.
it, bro. Like,
you.
I'm paying money for this.
Yeah.
I'm finna drink it here. Maybe I can't drink. I'm
Yeah.
grown. It's
Yeah.
Japan. I'm drinking.
Right. Right.
I think I drank out of spite.
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, paying the same money, you could have gone to like KO, basically,
Yeah.
which is like a castle.
Yeah. Like I think for a lot of like like the Americans, it was just a visa, but also like like with an accredited degree from the American system, just in case we wanted to go back home.
Yeah.
So that's basically how we all looked at it. Like,
Yeah. Why were we there?
Yeah.
I'm studying art. Why at
She was a
Temple? I
serious
have no
artist.
idea. I have no idea. So meaningless.
Yeah. I hope they don't watch this and see us.
Oh, they probably
I hope
will.
they do.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I still get
They should know about themselves.
right there. I still get y'all alumni mails, like one of my email addresses.
Same.
don't.
Like 2 years. Okay, it's
Yeah.
still, I think 1.5 or 2 years ago, I
Yeah.
used to get from main campus
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yo.
And there was something about a shooting.
Yeah, like every week you're like, what the fuck is happening at Temple? And they're like, oh, this is for main campus. Okay.
It's like someone's been shot at blah, and
Yeah, you're like, what's
stay out of
happening
there.
in Azerbaijan?
We're like, have you seen a white van? Someone disappeared in it last week. And you're like, what?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of TUJ, guess who I just found out was a TUJ alumni, who I forgot about. I think we might know her too. Okay, so you know the movie Crazy Rich Asians, right?
Yes.
The lead guy, Henry Golding.
Yes, Henry
he's
Golding.
Married, he's married to Liv Lowe.
Yeah, and Liv
Yeah.
was a temple.
I was like, Liv Lowe. I've heard that name before.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
the fuck? I was like,
So that she was a temple now.
And like,
with Melody now.
yeah, Melody, yeah. And I was like trying to go back to, I'm like, yo, like the recess of my brain, I'm like, yo, like, I know she wasn't at Temple. I know she wasn't at Temple. And then like I had to look it up. It was like, meet Henry Golding's wife, Liv Lowe. And I was like, yeah, Taiwan, Oh,
Right.
went to school in Tokyo. Wait a second. And like I think I went to
Right.
Wikipedia or whatever. And I was like, oh god damn it.
What did she do though?
Now she does she had her own yoga studio or something. She does
Yeah.
like fitness kind of workout thing.
yeah.
She's also been modeling and now she did TV, like TV
Yeah,
person
yeah.
in Singapore.
Yeah. That was that whole crew, her and Melody, and also I think there was another girl in that crew, pardon me, who tried to do like a YouTube reality show called like Tokyo XOL. And like a Tokyo XOXO. But I can't remember her name. But, yeah, but she was from like LA though. But she wasn't Japanese like at all though. So
I never heard that name.
yeah, but her name. But I stopped following her though because I just. Anyways, but no, nothing like that. No, like no drama between us though. But like I just I just was cleansing my Instagram a couple years back. But I can't recall what her name was though. It was something like something syrup though.
April?
Yeah.
That's my bitch. I love
April syrup. Yeah.
I
So
love
yeah,
April.
because like I cleaned off my Instagram only because I realized we weren't interacting with each other. So that's
Something
why it wasn't.
syrup.
That's why it wasn't like any beef.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
she just I don't comment.
Syrup?
She comment on me. Yeah, April syrup.
That's her.
Yeah. Wasn't she
stage
part of
name.
that crew, the Live Low Melody crew?
Kinda,
and all?
yeah. But
Yeah.
April, she's so cool.
Yeah.
Where is she? Why is
She's
she named Syrup?
Filipino.
Yeah,
Filipina,
Filipino,
but she's
American.
from
Maria Gabriela
LA.
his own? Was it?
No, it's not her real name. Her real name's April,
Yeah.
like Filipina Ruloda or something.
Yeah.
That was her like.
Yeah. And she did
Porn
art and
name.
stuff. Yeah.
Porn name.
She was like a. Yeah.
Wait. Word?
What?
She did. I don't. Should I?
No, we can't be putting too much out there.
Is this a like common fact?
Common fact.
Oh, okay.
Common
Then.
Oh,
fact.
Okay. well, then
April
what?
Syrup.
She She was a stripper.
Oh, okay,
she
right,
did
yeah.
soft porn.
Okay, well, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Like grabia?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
but
like
not in
syrup.
not in Japan, in the States.
Oh, wow.
You gotta make money, bro. I feel that. Like, that's cool.
So super cool though.
Yeah, but
Fun
So
and
down
cool.
to earth. Yeah.
the girl you mentioned, yeah, she was from Guam, and I remember she would have
Right.
parties and stuff. Yeah, she'd always invite Alex and I out to DJ her parties too.
Oh,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was always there drinking, probably listening to you DJing.
But the thing is, I don't think we ever did I think we did them once or twice. But I was super blacked out too. I used to DJ blacked out with Alex, so that's probably why I don't recall. I
I
remember.
feel
her
like I've
being
met
super cool.
Alex as
You
well.
probably have. Yeah. You
Is
probably
it the
have.
short Jewish guy?
No, he's my height. He's just white. He's like the white version of me. But it's like he and I are like opposites. Like he's clean cut. He used to wear like glasses, and he's white, and I'm like not clean cut, and like long hair and black. But it was like two peas in the pod basically. So yeah. But he left in the beginning of 2019.
No one left in the pod.
Yeah. I think I actually cried about it. I think I cried in front of Saki about it. I got drunk and I cried. Yeah, I was like, I'm never gonna make any more friends.
Where is he now? You got too new.
That's very fun and very cool of you. So thank you.
Amazing.
Fun and cool.
Very fun and cool. I think that's gonna be the name of the
I
episode.
think so too.
That should be the new tagline for Level Tellers. Be like, Level Tellers.
Fun and
It's fun and cool.
Fun and cool.
Hey kids.
That's like cool.
Are you in a prosty or you're a yak? You're a prosty mug.
Oh, that's right, because the prostitutes in the Yakuza? Is that what it is?
No.
Oh, no?
Yep, it sounds like it, but
Yeah.
no. So yaks come from people that keep on yakking.
Ah.
A bit. Can I read this? So there's a little. I mean, okay, not gonna jinx it, but there's a little article that might come out soon, and there's a really quick and easy explanation to who they are.
Okay. Because I always thought it was Yakuza for some reason.
Yeah,
A
no,
lot of
because it's a
people do.
yak.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, must be short for Yakuza.
So
But
Her
you
na-
know the animal yak, right?
yeah, so she is the iconic main character of Tokyo Love Hotels, embellishing all flyers and event visuals. She's a free woman filled with all the contrasting elements of contemporary society. Compassionate yet egotistical, radical yet superficial, occasionally wearing her heart on her sleeve. Prosty's arch enemy is the yak.
So they're not friends.
No.
Hey.
Well, it's like a hate relationship. Is the yak. The yak represents the yakking, self-righteous, faux progressive that's lost their way. The rumor has it that guests posing inconsiderate and self-centered behavior at the entrance of the event receive a yak stamp instead of a prosty stamp,
You know that.
so that those that take notice throughout the night may give them a little extra love and push them in the right direction. So they're both good.
It's deep, Nayo.
It's deep.
It's all deep.
They're both good. It's just that they need a little reality check.
So.
Russia has probably too much reality.
That is fucking awesome. I never knew that.
Yes.
But did they actually get stickers out? Because I'm going to be looking for these. And I'll be like,
Stamps, like
Star Wars.
At the
stamps.
entrance, when people get in the entrance, they get
Yeah.
a stamp. And usually it's up to the entrance lady, Tomomi, to kind of. So if they show up and they really have a bad attitude and feel a bit full of themselves, and they're like, they'll probably get a yak stamp.
because I've always got a wristband.
Because you're working. Yeah, exactly.
But I'm like, what would I get?
Yeah, you
Most likely a
see.
prosty, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I always try to be like, thank you.
Yeah, I think I've only seen like one yak or two yaks
Have you actually?
max. Yeah, but that was before Tomomi. It wasn't me who was doing it.
Oh, strict.
Yeah, she was stricter. Tomomi is more, it's nicer. Yeah.
It was one of the yaks, the one that caused the fire alarm to go off that one time.
Oh, yeah, could have been.
You're like,
Yeah,
fuck this mean?
Yeah.
Like, I found
Yeah.
out what it was.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
good.
yeah. Or it was like an overly excited prosty. Who knows?
Yeah.
He was quite prosty-like, nah, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the story
him.
about that.
Yeah. Damn, dude. Can I see this? Okay.
Yes, please.
And I like how it's 8-bit too. Yeah, that's fantastic.
Play the game.
That's
Play the
fantastic.
game.
If you guys ever have like a graphic novel or something, please, I'll read them. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to be like the
Yeah.
voice narrator for like the animated
That would be
series.
good, yes.
Like today on Love Hotels,
Oh, nice.
You know.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
the yaks are gaining on Prosty. Will Prosty save the day? Will the yaks ruin everything? Find out next on the new fun and cool
good.
episode of Love Hotels.
Nice.
Love it. New ideas. Monopoly first.
We were gonna make Level Monopoly.
Level Monopoly?
Yeah.
Based
Bro.
in Tokyo.
I like the way that sounds. It sounds like something that's not a board game.
No, it is a board game.
Like,
Just
yeah.
Be more than a board
Yeah.
game.
raunchier characters. Yeah. Maybe April Syrup can be there,
Yes. Can't believe we're talking about it.
adding something. Hey, April.
Yeah.
I think April and Brit are my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
April, please don't come for me.
And me.
I was just remembering because we were talking about Live Low, and I wish her well because they're gonna have a kid. That's what it was. I was my Google news feed just has a bunch of has a bunch of stuff I'm into. So I'm into
To live.
Apparently, I'm into her husband. Apparently,
But he is
Yeah, he-
gorgeous.
yeah.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yeah.
But when Crazy Rich Asians came out, like one of my fields of interest is representation in media. So I've read a bunch of news articles about representation and Asian American representation in American media. So I think just the algorithms, they're Crazy Rich Asian, that was the headline, Crazy Rich Asian star Henry Golding is expecting a child. So I was like, oh, okay. I clicked on it, and a child with his wife Live Low, and I was like, yeah, I know this name.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's how I went back down the rabbit hole that led me to April Syrup. But please don't come for me, April. I'm funny.
Why we've always said nice things. She seems sweet.
Yeah. She's
I was
down.
always a
She'll be
fan.
happy.
I don't follow you on Instagram no more, but but that's
she's
because you
all
don't
a
follow
mom
me.
now.
So. Yeah, and I think that was the thing too. I was like, all right, she's different. Yeah. No, I mean it was just because I think at the time
Digging a hole.
no, because when you follow so many people that you might see their posts and you're liking that back, they might not be liking you back because the algorithms, or you might not be actually spending your time liking the people you should be liking, the ones who you fuck with in real life. So every now and then I do a little cleanse. I think that was what it was. So I was like, oh, I haven't engaged with her in forever, but
Cross them out.
It's good with the cleanses.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but just because I'd be like, she probably wouldn't notice if I were there or not. So I was like, all right, well, that's fine. She got married, she has a kid. So yeah, so I was like, all right, well, good luck.
This has been great.
I don't want to make it sound like it was beef with her something in the back.
No, not at all.
No, there's
not at
zero
all.
beef, but the
do
more we
the
talk
cleanses.
about it, the more it sounds like it is.
Yeah, I'm turning into a yak. I'm definitely gonna get a yak sticker now.
Yeah, but that means everyone will show you extra love.
I probably don't deserve that, do I?
You
Let it go to my head.
You
I'd be like,
truly
yo,
do.
people give me mad light today. What's
Get
going
even
on?
yakkier.
Yeah, I get worse. I'd be like, y'all must be fine as fuck. I probably
right?
wouldn't learn my
That ego.
lesson. I'd be like, yo, I'm
no.
sexy tonight, right? Let me act more like a dickhead.
Oh shit! It's got to rephrase
turn
that
into
one.
I turn into a pickup artist or some shit.
No.
Right.
I kid.
A kid.
So fun and cool.
Do you have any messages for the love hole artists that may look up to you?
Let's see if they even know who I am. I feel like my wife and
April
I.
Syrup does.
I swear to God. I swear to God. Nah, it's because my wife and I, we usually rock up quite late because I work on Saturdays. So I finish, I go home, I get ready for the night, and we come in and we usually DJ. Thanks to you, we usually DJ kind of later in the night. So thank you for that. But then we usually stay for your set, or sometimes we have to go off to another DJ gig that we have. So I kind of feel bad that we don't mingle as much as we should because we come in. We get our waters and everything situated. We get our drink that you guys, give us. Thank you. And it was kind of because you guys give. I still have 2 tokens actually at my house. Yeah. So then we kind of just chill up by the DJ booth. It's like okay, because I always want to be a smooth transition.
Yeah.
I'm I never want to rush nobody. Be like, all right, get the fuck out. I'm like, hey, I'll be back in 15 minutes. Prior to the switch, okay, cool. I'll see you then. And I put my little cables and stuff.
Right.
Right.
So I think the only thing I would like to say to the other artists and DJs and performers and pop up people is keep doing what you're doing because Love Hotels, as you guys said, it's like a really good immediate magazine-ish type of experience. You can see what's going on in different fields in Tokyo. So I think that if you're cool enough to be a part of that, if you're lucky enough to have that experience, definitely take advantage of that experience, but don't stop there. Don't just be I did Love Hotels, I'm done. No, keep going. Keep creating because there wouldn't be able to be a Love Hotels if there weren't people creating things on their own.
Right.
So I mean, I'm sure there would be another variant of it, but it's like a symbiotic relationship.
Right.
Both need both. So I think as you and I were saying earlier about making music, but then going through that funk of being I don't want to record my vocals or stuff. Just push through it. Just push through it. Just keep pushing and doing whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's brands, whether it's DJing, whether it's painting, whether it's nails, whether it's cooking, whether it's being a yak and trying to get extra love or being a prosty. Like, you know, just keep it going.
Yes.
I like that you're saying that, because there's a little slew of pop-ups and people that we have that are interested in working with us, but each time we ask them, we're like, I don't feel ready, I don't have my stuff, but they do. It's that mental kind of block to be like, let's just do it. Let's take it out there into the world, and if it's appreciated, great. If it isn't, okay. It doesn't really matter.
To be perfect, you know.
No,
but you don't need like 100 stocks. Like, definitely don't.
What did you say?
100 stocks.
Oh, stocks.
Stocks, not again.
But that's actually that's why I really appreciate Tokyo Level Tales, specifically Tokyo, because Tokyo's one of those cities where like chanto yanakya. You know what I mean? You have that pressure. So like, you know, like, for example, like my wife, she goes back and forth with calling herself a DJ or not. She's like, I'm not a DJ. I'm like, what the fuck you mean not a DJ? Like, you DJ. She's like, but like, you know, I'm not like, I don't love music like that. Like the other DJs. Like she compares like herself to other female DJs. Like this person, like they know every funk song ever made and the B-sides. I'm like, that's because they're an otaku. Like me.
Yeah.
Like I love metalcore. I don't DJ metalcore because y'all don't hear that shit.
Right.
Like, but you know, like I love metalcore. But the thing is, I don't play in a metalcore band. But, you know, for my wife as a DJ, I'm like, no, you meet the criteria. You know how to mix songs together. You know how to be an audience. And you have DJ. But she's like, but no, like, I'm not a DJ. I'm not chanto shinakia. So, like, that's why I love so much that this event's happening in Tokyo. And it's like, fuck it, just come and do it. And just fucking do it, bro. And just show up and just fucking throw shit at the wall, see what happens. So
fucking do it.
So I really appreciate you guys. So yeah, so thank you.
Thank you every time.
Thank you very much.
Waiting for your live paint next.
Yeah. And then sock brand.
Yeah. A sock brand.
I don't know.
I was thinking maybe I could fill a bunch of socks up with paint and just throw them at the canvas. See what happens. It's like just fill up a sock with like fucking like pancake mix and put it in like a bucket of paint. Just
That's
a vibe.
Yeah, that's my idea.
We're already thinking about the cleaning afterwards.
Right.
It'd be great.
It'd be like, have you ever seen that show Dexter? The serial killer used to kill all the killers. Just make like a Dexter room for me to just come and just throw paint around.
Right.
It's like a bunch of trash bags everywhere.
So you are a creative.
Dude, I'm such a yak. I'm such a
prosty. True prosty.
Yeah. What if there's like a prosty yak, like hybrid?
There is someone called Valentino.
Oh, no. Tell me everything.
Valentino is her secret admirer / like, I mean, he wants her.
Yeah.
And in most games where he shows up, he's always like in every stage, but hidden behind like a bush or something.
Stalking.
Always stalking her, right? And he's got a good heart, and he truly adores her, but it's also his ego driving him to do so, right? Because it's not reciprocated.
Yeah. I can kind of.
So there's a little middle. Yeah.
Valentino.
I was emo as fuck back in the day. Yeah. I can kind of relate to Valentino. Yeah. Does he have like emo hair too? He's kind of
no. He's like a fat Italian with the suits and like
can't
a
relate
top
to that.
hat.
Can't relate to that. But I love the idea. I love the imagery though.
Human,
Yeah. That's so dope. I want to get more into the Tokyo Level Tales lore.
Check the website. We have a character.
We have a character index. Yeah.
Well, it's all 8-bit graphics too.
Yeah. All the characters.
It's like a
are
Pokedex then.
Yeah, it's a Pokedex. It's a Prostidex. It's there.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah. Gotta touch them all. Did you say that?
Catch them all.
I'm gonna change it. I gotta touch them all.
Yeah. That might be good.
Yeah. Because it's fun and cool. That's why.
Oh, this has been great.
Thank you for having me.
Do you have any last words you'd like to?
Any questions?
Yeah.
I guess the question, if I can ask a question for you guys, is like I kind of have an idea for what the inspiration for it was when you started, but like going forward though, what kind of themes and what kind of things do you want to incorporate into it, or like what's your inspiration going forward with Tokyo Level Tales? You guys been doing it for like 2 years now, almost.
Yeah. A little more.
So at this stage in the journey, where are you at, and what do you want to do?
Grow internationally.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the plan this year. We had some moves, but you know. So that slowed us down, but at least for me, I think our next step is do love hotels somewhere abroad and do like a collab in Japan with somebody from abroad.
Oh, that'd be dope.
And plus the Olympics, so I'm sure there's gonna be like international clients.
Yeah.
You know, so that's our next step, I think. Like small, but future-wise, like a big goal, I would like it to be like Art Basel, like a convention.
Oh shit!
But cool, like not
like
not
a
like
party, like
not kind of stuffy though, but like
but proper art shit that everybody really has a chance to sell their art to like people that have money.
I need to start getting my art
socks
ready, bro.
Like really have them be seen and have a real opportunity. If we could provide that would be dope. And have like a proper like good music venue with the museum or convention.
Yes. Still keep it casual in a sense, and very down to earth and very laid back. And I think, I mean, we're on the same. I mean, we got to be on the same page, or we're fucked because we're two. But definitely broaden it, because we're starting to see the limit of where we're doing it now and how big it's getting, and you don't want it go out with a bang and be huge all of a sudden. You want to gradually kind of do it, but also renew yourself constantly to kind of keep it fresh. But I think, at least in my mind, my dream is to have the name is Tokyo Love Hotels, for Love Hosts to kind of be that spot that when someone comes to visit Japan and they want to check out like cool art or new music and the scene, they will go there. Like that will be the spot. Like you're going to Tokyo, oh cool. Are you going to Love Hosts?
Nice.
To be like a culture and art hub for creatives from abroad and locally, kind of.
Damn, dude, I want that for y'all.
It's such a shame. Like everybody in the world like fucks with Tokyo and thinks Tokyo is so cool and shit. But then when you get here, it's cool and all, but like as far as real events and conventions and stuff that the government may be involved in, or like official shit, is always so stiff and so boring.
Bro, the cool Japan shit is like, I don't want to talk shit about like cool Japan, because like Japan's like my adopted home country, right? But like that shit is so whack.
It's so whack. Like there's no soul.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I need more soul.
Arashi's never gonna pop off. Like Johnny's is never gonna pop off. Stop pushing that on us. Yeah, no, that's why I really like what you guys are doing. But like, okay, one last question then, because I know you're saying like internationally, are there like certain spaces that like, you know, you kind of want to like hit first, like international cities or whatever? You're like, all right, for example, you're like, I really want to like go to like Saint-Tropez for some reason, or like, you know, you're like, all right, we go to Seoul, and then we're like, oh, we go to like Europe, like, because I know like, you know, you've got Sweden, you've got London as well. Like, are there any places that like you would really love to build a connection with?
I think we're quite divided there. For me, I'd love like Southern Europe. I'd love like Paris, that kind of thing would be cool. But also
New York, LA.
Yeah.
I just think LA is so close and so much happening in LA. It's like so easy to have a real connection.
Like an 8-hour flight too. Yeah. I mean, Paris would also be dope too. But I definitely like, I can see the benefit of both of those places. And if you're gonna be in LA, you might as well be in New York too. Like, you know, like just kind of you have to do that.
But of course the Caribbean and South Africa, all that.
Madagascar.
Yo, Madagascar would be lit, dude. From what I learned from those documentaries, the penguins would be turning up.
Down. So with it.
Those documentaries that I've seen on Madagascar.
Lining up already. Oh, cute. Yeah, that would be fun and cool. For sure.
It's gonna take me forever to get that out of my vernacular. Like, for the next, like, I want to say half a year, everything's gonna be fun and cool.
It's here to stay. I got Brit on my mind. That'll stay too.
Dude, but Brit. Oh man,
Brittany. Yeah.
I wonder if she's still Mormon. I wonder. But there's no leaving that faith though. Like you're in it for life. It's like a gang, bro. It's like D4L, bro. Like down for life, cuz.
Hope she's happy.
She probably is. She's Mormon.
She's probably happy. But they're
probably the happiest.
Yeah, her and her sister wives, and they're like a little compound and kids.
You
and
gotta
stuff.
be happy. You have to.
Down in some bunker. I was gonna say that's not
Utah.
correct.
So, there's a lot of doomsday people. A lot of doomsday I can't think of it. What's the word? Doomsday preparers, doomsday-minded people tend to be...
Doomsdayists.
Yeah, doomsdayists. Thank you. They tend to be from that kind of like umbrella of like Judo-Christian faith. Where it's like, God's coming, he's going to destroy the world, and I'm going to be ready.
Did you see The 100?
You mean as in like the TV show?
Yeah,
Where, like my wife watched it.
Yeah.
Because I felt
she did.
Yeah, she watched it. She watched like all 10 series. Or seasons or whatever. Yeah. Because it was usually on the CW. Like the kids that they got sent to the Earth and all that. Yeah.
And in the beginning it was kind of a semi-religious sect on Earth. In a bunker. That made it happen. Yeah,
they were Mormon.
Brittany could be right. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you, Nayo.
Yeah, thank you both for
It's
having me as well.
been a pleasure, one might say. We'll see you in the future for sure.
For sure.
Good luck with the DJing, and we need a little live performance from you as well. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ecstatic to do that actually. Like, I'm happy that you guys have to do that. So, like, I would love to do that.
Let me know when you're ready.
Whenever.
Yeah,
let me know.
No, you let me know.
No,
you let me know.
No, you both let me know.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I'm going to slide into your DMs later, and I'm just going to say, I'm ready. That'll be it. It's just a DM that says, I'm ready.
She sends a time. Done. That'd be cool. Yeah, mate, that's a nice promise.
Okay. Gotcha.
Thank you so much. And Tokyo Love Hotels podcast will be back soon with another episode. So please hold your horses. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.